How can you be so tired if you're not even physically active? You're not doing that much throughout the day, you're not really going to the gym that often, and you're still tired as fuck. There is a lot of reasons why, and what I'm gonna break down to you today in this video is to really get to the addressed points where you're doing a lot of work, you're going around in your day-to-day life, and you're trying to get this energy, you're trying to come up with this energy to pour into people, to give to other people, but also to give to yourself. At the end of the day, you need the energy for yourself. Everything seems all right, but why does it still seem like you're running on empty? There are a lot of reasons why, and we're gonna address it all within this video and understand why you have that 3 p.m. crash or why you're waking up so tired even though you got a plentiful amount of sleep. And it makes sense to me. There are a lot of things in this day-to-day world that you have not truly tweaked enough yet. In your mind, in your energy, and in your emotions. Before I dive into any of this, I want to let you know that I've been there before as well. I've gone through the motions where I've thought I had had a lot of energy, and even being more young than majority of the people who are probably watching this video, I actually still have a lot of energy and I cultivate it, I work on it every single day. It wasn't always like that. Looking back, I know that there was a lot of things that were going on in my life where I was smoking weed every day, I was watching Netflix almost every single night, I was addicted to pornography, and I was going at it all the time, all the time. It was a daily occurrence for me, probably a few times a day. And I actually lost myself in this whole process. It was not easy because I also tried to get energy from other people, where I would basically give myself available to anyone at any point, allowing myself to buy things for other people, allowing myself to just give people things, go out of my way and just be there for them. And it just took me down. It took my self-esteem down, it took my confidence down, and I had to rebuild that over the years. It's been 7 years I've been on this personal growth journey, and it's not been easy. I've had to learn so many things about myself and how other people operate, how human behavior works, and that's totally okay with me. I know that there's a process that I'm gonna have to continue on, but I've actually figured out what it means to have energy. Every single time I connect with someone in person, they're like, wow, I love the way that you just hold yourself, your energy. And I want that for you as well. You can have that. And so let's dive into what it is, what's going on with you that makes you feel so lethargic and broken right now. Because I've felt that too. And yet I still do things every single day to get me closer to the energy, to the power that I want. It's not something that just comes to me. Because you can see in the day-to-day world nowadays, a lot of people are stuck in their phones, on the couch, on TV. It could be so many things. And it just takes a little bit of tweaks, a little bit of micro adjustments in your day-to-day life that will allow you to fully step into your power, to fully step into your energy and the person that you want to be for yourself and for other people, for your job, and for your family, for your relationships, all sorts of areas. You're probably only sourcing this to one thing. And I can tell you, it's not just your sleep, it's not just your work, it's not just the screen time or the lack of exercise. There are a lot more things that go on within you. And I know you've tried a lot of these things. You've tried to maybe work less, you've tried to maybe even get your sleep time in the right way. There are a few things that you've probably addressed already, and yet something still hasn't clicked. There hasn't been this, I feel so powerful, I feel so energetic. So if it's not your work, if it's not the sleep time, if it's not your screen time, what could it be? What could it be that is continuously making you tired? I want to help you realize that there are 5 sources. There are 5 sources of where all of this lack of energy comes from. The first one is people, relationships. They're a fucking bitch sometimes. They drain you. And you probably don't have enough boundaries. You don't have enough self-respect. And it's hard to hear, but it's honestly true. A lot of your problems are going to come from interpersonal relationship problems. That's the majority of where all structure comes from, people, and also all problems come from. The second thing is what your inner voice is telling you. There's this little person, you can call it your inner self, the inner child, this person that's running your mind, who's talking to you on a 24/7 basis, telling you what's good and telling you what's bad, and telling you if you're doing something right and telling you what's doing wrong. This voice is something that you have to take hold of and understand and recognize the thought patterns that are reoccurring on a consistent basis. The language that you speak to yourself with will make a huge difference in the way that you show up. The third thing is consumption. That does include screen time. That does include everything that you consume as well. So it's not just what you consume from the phone, but what you're hearing from other people, what you're actually listening to, the music you listen to, and also what you eat and drink on a day-to-day basis. If you haven't recognized, your diet is one of the most underutilized functions in your body because you have such power in this body. The gut is your second brain. And there are definitely ways that you're not utilizing your gut and the way that you can structure your diet that will allow you to show up as best as possible. The fourth thing is the physical override. You're pushing and pushing yourself. You're expecting yourself to show up on a physical level, on a mental level, on an emotional level every single day. Where did this pressure come from? Where did this expectation come from? Have you ever asked yourself why you think you need to show up all the time and you have to be the best and you have to be this person that just makes it and shows off and accomplishes everything? Will you actually get that validation from people, or is it just something that you're trying to do for yourself? The fifth thing is the emotional suppression. All of the different emotions and the things that are going on in your body, the tendency to say that I don't know what this feeling is, and I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm gonna stuff it down. I'm gonna bottle it up and just not pay attention to it. Whenever you're feeling some sort of discomfort through, again, some sort of confrontation or some sort of relationship that you have, you're not allowing yourself to express fully. And so you're limiting yourself on this ability to express yourself and be your full self emotionally. And this is where a huge problem comes. You can't be yourself. And so no matter what, you're not going to allow yourself to show up if you can't be this person that has these emotions, that has these things moving through you, because you are human. We have emotions. We have things that are feeling in our body that literally show up. They show up physically, and you can't ignore that. So it's all these small things that are showing up, all the little things. It's the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. If you don't show up for yourself in the ways of consuming the right things, you don't make sure that you're eating before 6 o'clock, for example. That could be one little point that you need to do to change your entire energy. That could be it. Just because the human body is not designed to eat 3 times a day. We can't do that. It's the little things that are going to stack up. And if you don't have the integrity or the understanding of how you operate, there's no way that your energy is going to be strong. And here's the thing, none of this gets fixed with discipline. You can't just, again, push yourself harder to achieve this energy. You can't just force yourself into having more energy. It doesn't work like that. It comes in a flow. It comes in a process that you can create, that you happen to just do and be. I don't have to try to be disciplined to create my energy for myself. I have little things that I know that are helping me every single day that I created, like non-negotiables, that allow me to tap into my best self, my best energetic self. And you have that ability as well, but you haven't figured out what that is. And that's why we need people that help us address our blind spots, help us see what we don't see. I've had people who have been able to reflect things to me and tell me, oh, you were really good at this, or you're really bad at that. Honestly, people are straight up with their feedback. You need that. You need someone in your life that can help you address the things that you're trying to accomplish and the challenges that you're facing, and be able to be a mirror to you. But also understanding how human behavior works, how energy flows. And that's why I have so many people that come to me and talk to me about these things. And I want to be able to be that person for you as well. This is deeper work that we have to address. We have to figure out how you create your energy, because you have a different modality. Everyone is different. You have certain things about you that are unique to you and in your situation, in your life, that have very, very particular ways in how they create energy for you. I do too. That's how we all operate. We're all very, very magnificent creatures. And the more you can understand by having someone be a mirror to you about yourself, then you're able to look at yourself in a whole different way on like what your actual potential is, what your actual capabilities are, instead of limiting yourself into one box. Because I guarantee you, you have these ideas that are just so limited into what you truly can be. There's so much more outside of that. There's infinite amount of understanding that you can be anything you want. You can jump into this new version of you and have every single person recognize that as well, that you come across. They'll notice your energy. They'll feel your magnetism because you are polarizing. You're powerful in who you are. So these are patterns that you have to recognize. And once you do recognize them, then we can talk about it. If you have patterns right now, you have cycles going on right now, and even just this overwhelming one of you not having enough energy, then there is something that I can address with you. And if you really would like to dive into this deeper, to truly and finally figure out what it is that you need to do to take on a full new version of you, that's the strongest version of you mentally, physically, and emotionally, then I'll leave a call link below that you can just jump on, and you can schedule a time with me and we can have a conversation where I can help you identify this pattern deeper, and we can talk about what that would look like for you to fully address it and to finally shift it into something else, to get rid of it completely. I appreciate you taking out the time today to listen to this video and to listen to yourself, because there is an inner calling that's been craving, that's been asking for some sort of change, for some sort of new shift, a reset. And I'm here for you for that. If you're ever feeling tired or frustrated or stuck in some sort of way, you can always come back to this video and recognize that there are so many ways for you to still change. And I'm always here for you as well. So thank you. And I'll see you next time.